Good afternoon everyone, I'm Abincho Makampasalutan. Together with my partner Angela Pisangok, here is our Activity 1 in Midterm, Panitikang Mediterranean and Reporter's Notebook. So let us proceed to the salient part of the learning plan. The first one is the learning competencies. Learning competencies, that is main ideas and skills expected that the students should master. The second one is the objectives. Objectives, it is a daily learning expected to learn in everyday's discussion. It is used to organize a specific topic. The third one is the learning outcome. Learning outcome is the overall goal from participation in an educational activities. The fourth one is the lesson procedures. Lesson procedures is essential step-by-step instructions from the time students enter the classroom until the bell ring at the end of the period. The fifth one is the assessment. Assessment is to assess the learning plan, how and how much learners learn. And the last one is the evaluation. Evaluation is making judgment on the effectiveness of the learning plan being implemented. Question number 1. Are the learning objectives aligned with the targeted basic education curriculum competencies? Why do you say so? In Reporter's Notebook, it is yes. Reporter's Notebook aligned with the targeted basic education curriculum competencies. As what we have observed, its activities and assessment are aligned to its learning objectives, which may help the learners to focus the learning which is expected to be learned. While on the Panitikang Mediterranean, there is also a yes, because the Panitikang Mediterranean learning objectives are aligned with the targeted basic education curriculum competencies by giving the learners a specific learning aligned to their label. Question number 2. Is the plan of technology integration supportive of the attainment of the learning competencies and learning objectives? It is supportive. In Reporter's Notebook, teachers will utilize interactive PowerPoint presentations, sample printed and online articles, as well as related web pages and videos explaining the grammatical structure and journalistic content of news, opinions, and features stories. It is a proof that technology integration support the attainment of the learning competencies in the learning objectives of Reporter's Notebook. Panitika Mediterranean is also supportive because the students let to watch a video about the pros and cons of social media. They are also recommended to look some website and pages related to human interest. Question number 3. How do you plan to use the learning plan in teaching language lessons in the future? In terms of the Reporter's Notebook, we as a future educator, we plan to use this learning plan as our reference in teaching language with the use of the ICT to lessen the time being consumed by our learners for them to explore more and discover something in learning language. In terms of Panitika Mediterranean, so as a future educator whom to be called as a fountain of knowledge, and as a Filipino major who is more concerned in preserving our language, we will use this learning plan as our reference to instill and mold our learners about the language through digital or modular. Question number 4. If you are to improve the plan for the accommodation for differentiated instruction, how would you develop it? If we had a chance to improve the plan to improve the accommodation for differentiated instruction, we will prioritize those marginalized students, those who are in low income backgrounds, disabled, or students with special needs. We will give them instructions to meet their individual needs. In Panitika Mediterranean, if we had a chance to improve the plan to improve the accommodation for differentiated instruction, we will implement a sound strategy from the start. And one of the best way is to use classroom observation data to take an analytical approach. Question number 5. What significant principle in ICT integration do you think are highly recommended in developing a learning plan in language teaching and learning? For Panitika Mediterranean and Reporter's Notebook, I think significant principles in ICT integration are highly recommended, and developing a learning plan in language teaching and learning is focus on teacher development, training, and ongoing support. Students will learn everywhere, so we must focus on giving training to our teachers because the learning outcome of the students depends to them. So if we have a well-trained teachers, so we can able to produce a globally competitive students. That could be all. Thank you.